group of 6 close American friends, Ryan, Emma, Lucas, Sarah, Jake, and Tyler, set out for a thrilling weekend adventure, hiking and camping atop Black Peak, a remote mountain known for its breathtaking sky view, but also whispered legends the locals never dared to share. They reached the summit just before sunset. The view was surreal, cotton candy clouds melting into fiery skies. They pitched their tent, lit the bonfire, grilled barbecue, played guitar, cracked jokes, and even exchanged creepy ghost stories as the night deepened. It was a no-moon night, perfectly dark, but the stars were brilliantly scattered like diamonds across velvet. The scene was perfect, almost too perfect. Tyler, a rising YouTube vlogger, had been documenting the entire journey, right from their start to their mountaintop campfire. Around 2:30 a.m., as everyone crawled into sleeping bags, exhausted and smiling, Tyler stayed up to edit the footage. As he watched the clips, his face slowly drained of color. At first, it was subtle. When they were halfway up the mountain, in the corner of the screen, a pale woman in tattered black could be seen walking silently behind them. None of them noticed her in real time. Curious, and now slightly unnerved, Tyler scrubbed through more footage. And there she was again, next to their tent, unmoving as they laughed under the stars. Behind them, as they sang around the fire, her face, emotionless, eyes pitch black, skin almost translucent, veins like dark branches underneath. She never blinked, never moved, just watched. Tyler's hands began to tremble. Heart thudding in his ears, he opened the tent zip ever so slowly and took a short clip outside with his camera. Nothing in sight. But when he played the video back, she was there, standing right in front of their tent, head slightly tilted, staring straight into the camera with an expressionless face and cracked, dry lips slightly parting, almost whispering something. Tyler screamed. Everyone woke up in panic. Tyler couldn't speak. He could only point at the laptop. Jake assumed it was an animal, maybe a bear or a fox, and went out to check. He never came back. His scream echoed through the silence like a death cry. Emma tried to run out, but Tyler held her back and showed them the footage. All their faces turned pale. Sarah whispered, "What is that thing?" Lucas, trying to rationalize, said it had to be a prank. But deep inside, he too felt something was very wrong. Suddenly, their Bluetooth speaker started playing on its own. Not music, but a woman's lullaby in reverse. The fire outside extinguished itself. They heard footsteps, soft, wet, and dragging, circling the tent. Tyler, thinking quickly, suggested checking Jake's GoPro, which he wore while leaving. When they played it back, they saw Jake step outside, look around, then suddenly freeze. Behind him she appeared, her mouth stretching unnaturally wide, black tar dripping down her chin as she reached out and touched his shoulder. The screen glitched. The next frame showed Jake's body being dragged into the woods by nothing. There was no hand, no visible pull, just his body moving as if by a force unseen. Then came a whisper from the video, faint, croaky, repeating, "You brought light to the land of silence." Emma remembered something. Back in town, an old man at the fuel station had muttered something when she mentioned Black Peak. Something about a woman who wandered the mountain in search of her lost family, killed in a blizzard 100 years ago. She died alone, frozen, never buried. It said she hates laughter, music, and light. Everything she was robbed of. She only appears on moonless nights, and she never leaves without taking someone. Panic set in. Sarah began sobbing. Lucas tried calling for help, but their phones all displayed no network her domain. Suddenly, the tent was slashed open from the outside. There she stood, her black dress swaying in a wind that didn't exist, her eyes leaking ink-like tears, fingernails long and jagged like broken glass. Her face, now visibly split at the jaw, opening unnaturally wide as if to scream, but there was no sound, only silence. The friends screamed and fled in different directions. The forest swallowed them. Only Tyler's camera remained, still recording, still blinking. The next morning, a rescue team found the campsite. Empty. Tent shredded. A camera placed neatly on a rock still on. They watched the footage, and in the final clip, right before the battery died, they saw the last horrifying moment. Tyler looking back at the camera, eyes wide, silently mouthing, "She's behind you." And then, black screen.